From data to responsibility, designing systems for trust. In modern systems, data is often treated as an asset, something to collect, something to optimize, something to monetize. But data alone does not create trust. In fact, without responsibility, more data can increase uncertainty rather than reduce it. Trust emerges not from information volume, but from how systems behave over time, from whether decisions are consistent, whether incentives are aligned, whether people understand how outcomes are produced and can contest them when needed. This is why the future of system design is shifting from data-centric thinking to responsibility-centric thinking. At a high level, responsible systems are not defined by what they know, but by how they act on what they know. They translate data into decisions that are explainable, proportionate, accountable, and aligned with stated values. This matters across every domain. In health, trust determines whether people engage, comply, and sustain behavioral change. In finance, trust underpins participation and stability. In environmental systems, trust shapes cooperation and collective action. When trust is absent, even accurate data fails. Designing for trust requires more than transparency. It requires intentional system architecture that embeds responsibility into data collection boundaries, decision thresholds, and feedback mechanisms. In such systems, responsibility is not an afterthought or a compliance layer. It is a design principle. This reframes innovation. Instead of asking, "What can this data do?" we ask, "What obligations arise once this data is used?" Instead of optimizing solely for efficiency, systems optimize for legitimacy, resilience, and social coherence. Trust is not static. It is built through repeated interactions where systems demonstrate that power is exercised with restraint, where outcomes are proportionate to inputs, and long-term well-being matters more than short-term extraction. At scale, trust becomes a form of infrastructure. It reduces friction, lowers costs, and enables cooperation across communities. Trust is not opposed to innovation. It is what allows it to endure. Responsibility becomes the bridge between technical capability and social acceptance. The systems that succeed will not be those that collect the most data. They will be those that earn and sustain trust by design.